Sag, welcome to Black Star Tarot. This is your monthly. I changed my mind. This isn't monthly. This is your right now law of attraction reading, okay? Because you know energy changes so frequently. So, right now, this is what's going on right now. Too many cards. They're really hard to shovel, so just bear with me, Sag, while I get this together, okay? All right. I don't want repeaters to come out. I hope you guys are having a happy Father's Day. Today is Sunday, Father's Day. All you dads out there, whether you have children or pets, doesn't matter. Okay, you got two cards. I don't want to though. I really don't. I don't want to. Oh. Okay, nevertheless. All right, so you have my attention to unwanted attracts more unwanted. Okay. And you also have, what if everything was always working out for me? Oh, these cards are like one and the same, guys. You know what I'm saying? You know, my attention to unwanted attracts unwanted, right? And this isn't a bad thing, right? So if you place your attention on the unwanted, right, then like when you put your attention on it, be like, I want this unwanted thing to go away. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be poor. So when I put my attention on the thought of not wanting to be poor, then my immediate thought after that is going to be, I'm rich. So it's okay to think about these unwanted thoughts, right? Because in reality, despite what the cards say, you know, directing your attention on a particular outcome and keeping it there, you know, it's very difficult to do because we're surrounded by so much negativity, right? You look around and be like, I don't want that to happen. I don't want that to happen. You know, I don't want that to happen. And so these are all things that we don't want, and we see them when we watch the news, right? We see them when we're out in public. Like, I don't ever want to see my kids. I don't want my kids to act like that, you know, or I don't want my daughter to dress like that. You know, we always have these thoughts of the things that we don't want. So the card is saying, you know, my attraction to unwanted attracts more unwanted. Yes, of course. But in reality, we just can't walk on. We can walk around in illusion and delusion all day. We do it anyway, right? We're definitely in an illusion. But if you are going to think about the things that you don't want, you need to recognize that thought, address it, and then replace it. You know what I'm saying? So that you don't create more of it. I know that was long, but I had to figure out how I wanted to say that. So what if everything is always working out for me? That's a good question. What if everything works out for me? Let me look at the numbers on these cards too. 16 and 21. So what if, right? What if everything works out? Then that would be great. Is it possible? Probably not, right? Not everything is going to always work out for you. Always, even in an exam, if you see a question that has the word always in it, it's wrong. Okay, so things aren't going to always work out. But what if we think that they are, right? What if we think that they are? So if we think that they're going to work out, then we know that when they don't work out, right? Maybe not the way that we expect them. We know that it's for the best, right? It's for our highest good. Okay, so regardless of whether we see it as working out or not, it's actually always working out in the spiritual world. But here in the physical, you know, we might see it slightly different. Okay, so that was a lot of explaining. So anyway, let's see. So my attention to unwanted attracts more unwanted. For every pleasing thing, there is an unpleasing counterpart. For within every particle of the universe is that which is wanted as well as the lack of that which is wanted. When you focus upon an unwanted aspect of something in an effort to push it away from you, it only becomes closer because you get what you give your attention to, whether it is something that you want or not. It is up to you to focus upon and attract what is wanted. Exactly. Shift your thought. That's it. In a nutshell. Just shift your thought. It ain't easy, it ain't hard, but, you know, if you practice it, it kind of does tend to go away. I've been actually doing this myself. Every time I think of something unwanted, I clap my hands I saw someone say clap your hands, or I immediately shift it to what I want. Okay? It does work. After a while, you get a little bit better at it. Or you just don't think about unwanted things at all anymore. I find myself less thinking about unwanted things now, right? Anyway, so this one says, what if everything is always working out for me? Okay. When you play the what if game, look for things that make you feel better. There is never a situation in which there is not a way out, but out of habit, most people continue to choose the lack perspective until they eventually find themselves where it seems that there are no more choices. But as you hold to your intention to look for evidence of well being and thriving and success and happiness, you will tune yourself to the vibration of those things. And so those kinds of good feeling experiences will dominate your life. So it is true, guys. I can tell you that. It just takes a lot of discipline, you know, to being able to shift your thoughts. Because every time you turn on the news, anytime you get in the car, as soon as you get to work, you just be looking around like, I don't want to be here, right? You know, unless you just love your job, or you bored out your mind, or you're doing something again that pleases you. Other than that, you know, it's very easy to step into that place of I don't want this. Okay, so you got to turn it around, right? Literally, you got to turn it around. Let's just say, what if you didn't have a job, right? Because I can say, like, you know, I never, you know, I can go be like, I'd rather not be here today. You know, I would rather not be here today. But I gotta watch that kind of thought process. And because then what if I lose my job, right? Then I'm gonna wish that I wanted to be there. But anyway, it takes practice, but it does work. Like I said, I start to shift my perspective around, and then that's when I start to appreciate, you know, the things that I do have just a little bit more, you know, and it really works a little bit at a time with getting yourself in a place where you can keep that thought steady. So you got card 21, which is a 3, and you have card 16, you know, which is a 7. So with 7, the energy of 7 around you, be careful, because 7s for me personally are like, you know, the number of manifestation. You know, 7s and 9s remind me of that. You know, and you don't want to manifest what you don't want. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, be mindful of that. You know, try to be in charge of your thought. And 21 is a 3. You know, everything is always working out for you. 3s for me are spirit, right? You know, things are working out. You're collaborating with the divine. You're collaborating with the collective, right? We're all collaborating together. Things are working out for you, even when they appear that they ain't. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you're doing just fine, Sag. You know, just keep your attention on the things that actually matter, okay? Not on the things that don't. All right. What else for Sag? That was small. I'm sorry. That came out kind of funky. I don't think so. Let me give him another shuffle. Like a stack came out, Sag. We don't want that. You don't want that. I don't want that. You don't want to be here all day. Neither do I. Okay. All right. All right. Perfect. All right. What you got? We got empowerment. So it says, you hold the power to shape your reality. Take charge of your actions and decisions. Own your choices today. Take full responsibility for the direction of your path. So yeah, like, it's up to you. Okay, no one's telling you what to do but you, right? You're empowered, right? You're empowered to attract the things that you want and to also attract the things that you don't want. Okay, it's all in your hands is what this card is saying. So, you know, you have to make the decision that everything is working out for you. You have to make the decision that you're the master, you know, manifester. And this is all the things that you have to do, all right, in order for you to feel better, right? You may not feel fulfilled, but you'll feel better, because ain't nothing worse than, you know, worrying about what if this happened, what if that happens, right? That's a lot of you. Like, oh my God, what if my car needs a part, right? You could be thinking that, right? And next thing you know, you go to get in the car and the shit won't start. You know what I'm saying? You don't want that. Remember, like, you have to know, I don't know what it is, right? I don't know astronomy and all that stuff like that. But I just feel like, you know, when the planets or the stars align up just so, you know, and that one thing that come out your mouth, you know, is what it is. It shows up, you know, and I've seen this happen, you know, in my own life. And I just be like, what is the chances of that? I just said that. You know, it's like I felt it and there it was. Like I put the emotion in it, the thought in it, or maybe I just felt the shift. I don't even know. But I do realize that, yes, we have that power, right? We have that control. There it is again. The Emperor. So I don't even know what to say other than the fact that, you know, it's all about, you know, empowering yourself, mastering yourself. Okay, like knowing that you are the expert manifester, right? You have the knowledge, you have the awareness, you have the skill, you have the potential, and pretty much you're in charge. And with this type of energy popping up, you gotta major here. Okay, so this is a major time, you know, for some of you to really be mindful and use this power right now. You know, it will work out. So if you're thinking that there's something that won't work out, it will work out. Just so we can figure out what else is, what other, they came out kind of weird. I do feel like some of you are waiting for something and you got this Tower card. So new opportunity. This may shock you. Okay, so if you're waiting for something, you know, if you're waiting for some news, and if this news is about money, okay, there's a message here about money. So you may hear something that may cause some type of change in your particular situation. Let me get another card so I can see what else to see. Yeah, I told you you're gonna hear something. Definitely some messages, but I don't feel like it's a bad thing. I actually feel like it's gonna shock some of you, maybe change your surroundings a little bit even. It may require you to even travel, maybe to move, but for most of you, you're accomplishing something here, and it may have to deal with money. But in the meantime, you know, I think you need to keep your thoughts positive. Some of you may feel like this may not work out. Okay, don't think that right now, because you're going to interfere with these messages. Like, shh, be quiet. You know, think positive thoughts. That's it. Let me get some clarity. Let me get a clarifier. Okay. Let's see if we can clarify what this is about. Whether this is about money. Oh, god dang. You gotta be kidding me. This is an offer, you know, of some kind, guys. Don't be bothered by, you know, seeing the Tower. As long as you're like, oh my God, I gotta get out this video. I used to do that. When I saw the Tower, I'd be like, I'm done. You know, I promise you, like, this is gonna be a little, just gonna shake you up a little bit, but I don't think it's negative. Like, I honestly think it's positive. And I think the universe is trying to say, hey, you know, what if everything works out? What if? That's what you need to be thinking, not what if it don't. Oh, that's what that is. So you got something big coming in, whatever this is for you. Whatever's big for you, it's big for you. Okay, if this is a job, it's big for you. If this is a travel someplace, this is big for you. Okay, whatever this message is, and you're gonna like it. I don't think this is negative at all. Oh, I told you, it's a, you know, you made some time. Ooh, we done. We done. I got you. Okay, so as I said, like, this is good news. I feel like this is gonna make you happy. All right, we have the Tower and we have the Lovers. Okay, this is something that, you know, is going to bring you close to whatever it is that you are looking for. Okay, because the Lovers is a huge energy of partnerships and connections. Okay, it's that soulmate, like, you know, it's choice, right? Contracts, you know, close. Like, it's whatever this is, one, it's around the corner. Right now, you're not going to expect this. We don't have to talk about the Ten of Pentacles. It ain't even no point in getting into what the Ten of Pentacles is. For those of you who know, you know. If you don't know, I need you to go study your cards. You know what I'm saying? So this, I told you it was going to be positive. I could feel it. Like, I saw those towers and they didn't even make me uncomfortable. And you got two. I was like, oh, hot damn. This is going to be great. All right. Yes, this could be love. Okay. Let's not throw that out the door. Okay. This could be with somebody older than you. I don't care. However this is coming in, it's going to come in as a shock. For some of you, it's going to be because you've talked yourself damn near out of it. This is why it's going to be like, oh my God, I can't believe this happened. I can't believe I got it. I can't believe this is headed my way. I can't believe I'm going to this place. I can't believe I'm moving. I can't believe this person just proposed to me. I don't know what it is. Okay. But it's definitely an offer here of some kind. The Page of Pentacles is telling me that. That is my story. And I'm sticking the hell to it. Okay. Again, pages bring messages. Messages about money. Messages about, you know, solid starts. Messages about you doing your due diligence. You know what I mean? This is a job. This is a lot. Job, money. Job, money. You know what I'm saying? You may even have choices with the Lovers here. So you may have a choice in working here, working there, travel here, travel there. However, this is going to be a surprise for you. So, Sag, I like the way this ended because you was coming in a little funky there. But it's okay. I like this. I knew this felt great. I'm excited for you. Guys, comment. Let me know, you know, what this is. Like if something abruptly changes, you know, for the better. You know, if this is your money, this is your finances, your stability, relationships, you know, come back and say, hey, you know what? That resonate. That was me. All right, guys. Talk to you later.